Hey guys, welcome to the second ever video that I'm filming. Subject of today's video is Autobahn. As you can see, we're on the Autobahn and we are on our way back home from a 500-kilometer trip to visit my grandparents. It was really nice. Weather was beautiful. Of course, now as we're going back, it looks like we're going to be driving into the rain, but oh well, what are you going to do? Yeah, and as you can see now, we are at a spot with no speed limit, which is always nice when cars get out of the way. So first thing I wanted to talk about is a lot of people think, oh yeah, Autobahn, gotta go test it out, coolest thing ever, you can go super duper fast, you don't gotta worry about anything when there's no speed limit. That's true, but not 100%, since a lot of the time you have cars in front of you. Just because there's no speed limit doesn't mean that you can be driving at 300 kilometers an hour all day, not worrying about anything. Right now we're going 190, 200, you know, that's a normal speed, which is pretty funny. If you do it enough, you don't even notice it anymore. Like I go over 200 every day when I'm driving, and I feel like it's very normal. But when I first moved here from Canada, it was very fast. Already, I think the first day that my car got here, I went maybe 160, and I already thought that was insane because in Vancouver, where I used to live, the highest speed limit I've ever seen is 110. And so for me, 110 was already like, holy wow, you're going really, really fast. But no, that's not even close. Over here, everyone, you know, even with an old car, we have an old car as well, you go 140, 160, doesn't matter. But when you do it every day, it's really not that amazing anymore. You have people that try to cut you off, but that's normal. Another thing that you really notice when you're driving on the Autobahn is most people are way better at driving than in Vancouver. No hate on Vancouver, great city, most people know how to drive, but in Germany it's just, you have to go for basically a whole year to driving school. In Canada you can do whatever you want, you just have to pass the test. In Germany it's mandatory to go to driving school, which costs usually upwards of 1,000 to 2,000 euros. And but I find that to be a really great thing because you learn exactly how to drive. Everyone has the same basics that they have mastered basically by the time they do their test. Not like in Canada, you know, if you're good enough, you can kind of just still squeak by and get your driver's license. But in Germany, it's definitely a lot harder. It's people don't usually pass on the first try. The theory exam is also extremely difficult. So yeah, you really notice that just driving on the Autobahn, driving on normal streets anywhere, you see people really know what they're doing, you know? When they're changing lanes, they actually look, and if they see a car coming at 200 plus kilometers an hour, they don't change most of the time, you know? It's like everywhere, there's always some people that don't really know what they're doing, but what are you gonna do? That's how it is. Yeah, there's that. Second of all, driving in the rain, you notice also an insane difference. I think most people that come and visit here, when they drive fast, of course they drive in the sun because they think, oh wow, rain, hydroplaning, you're gonna be sliding all around, but no. I don't know how they build the roads here, but whatever they do, I drove back once, 3-hour drive, I don't know, it was like maybe 200-300 kilometers. In the pouring rain, I couldn't even see out the window. Wipers were on full blast, but it didn't matter. I was going 200 kilometers an hour, and I wasn't hydroplaning at all. The cars in front of me were also going 200 kilometers an hour. It was completely normal. So it's definitely a lot safer. They build the roads a lot better. There's no huge bumps. There's no potholes at all on the highways. It's just built way better. Everything, I feel, you know, how they always say made in Germany, better quality. Yeah, it's like that with the roads too. You don't see as many motorbikes on the highway. In Canada, it's definitely, you know, a lot of motorbikes are racing around. But here, driving on a motorcycle, going over 200 kilometers an hour for a decent amount of time, nope, that is way too tiring. I have a friend who rides motorcycles and he says he basically never goes on the highway because it's just way too much wind. You can't really do anything. And no point of going on the highway if you're just going to be going 100 kilometers an hour. Bugs, worst thing ever. On this trip, I'll show you guys when we get home, the amount of bugs that go on the car is unbelievable. You wouldn't even believe it. It's insane. My car is white, but the front of the car is basically black now due to all the bugs. And I've tried to clean the windshield, but no, doesn't really work. So basically everyone who washes their car by hand needs bug remover because it's just unbelievable how many bugs you get on the car. It's almost impossible to get them all off.
So just got home, and this is the amount of bugs on the car. Absolutely disgusting.
I know it doesn't look that bad on camera, but it's pretty shit. And the wheels, the car was perfectly clean. And now look at the wheels. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun cleaning tomorrow. Wish me luck.
And back to the video.
The turns are much smoother. Unlike in Canada where there's sharp turns, makes sense, right? You of course can't drive too fast if there's a bunch of sharp turns. So in Germany, first of all, the turns are banked, if you know what I mean. Like they're slightly tilted so that you don't feel like you're flying off the road when you're going too fast. And yeah, just how the turns are, you can basically any turn. When you know there's no speed limit, you can drive over 200 without even worrying about it. Now, now we're getting to a Baustelle, so a construction zone. That's the only thing that really sucks. In Canada, when you get to a construction zone, you can usually still drive 80 or something and you don't really gotta worry. But here, the road is still perfectly fine and we already have to go 60. And unlike Canada, where you always have, not always, where you could have police cars radaring and checking your speed, over here, you never know when it's gonna be there, but there's a lot more speed cameras. I was not used to that at all in Canada. Here, they're everywhere. And the thing is, you don't see them. They're usually camouflaged, they're black, they're dark green. Sometimes police cars even have super small ones. They even look like cars, which is just insane. I don't know how much more camouflaged it can get, so you never even know when they're there. Yeah, but thankfully there's a thing called blitzer.de. It's a speed camera app, and it's saved me so many times. I don't even know. On this trip alone, at least 10 times. Yeah, crazy. Oh, we're at the end of the construction zone. Never, ever get tired of that. Even with the high speeds here, just being able to go from 60 or whatever to over 200 kilometers an hour legally without having to worry about anything is the best feeling ever. I don't think, at least me, I don't think I'm ever gonna get tired of that. It's just, I don't know, it's a crazy feeling. If you guys ever have the opportunity to come to Germany and drive on the Autobahn, I highly recommend it. Just please be careful. Don't just drive all crazy. Watch out. Just because you're going 200 doesn't mean that someone's not going to be behind you wanting to go faster. It happens all the time. But good thing is there's at least 3 lanes 99% of the time when there's no speed limit, so you shouldn't have a problem to get out of the way. It's definitely a thing you got to get used to, but once you're used to it, it's awesome. And now when I go back to Canada and I drive 80, because usually where I drive the speed limit's 80 on the highway, you feel like you're not even moving, because in Germany on the side streets you can usually go 100. So yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, I think that's about it for today's video. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel like I forgot something, let me know. Let me know if you guys have ever driven on the Autobahn. If so, how fast? Drop it in the comments. If you guys disagree with anything that I've said as well, if you think I've said something wrong, because, you know, I've only been here for a year. I'm not a professional Autobahn driver yet. Just getting used to it. Yeah, you can let me know about that as well. To end things off, if you guys liked this video, you can drop a like. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to see any more videos, you can always subscribe. And we'll see you guys next week.